Welcome to RST Tech. This is Ritesh Srinivasan. In this video, let's look at BioBERT, which is a pre-trained biomedical language representation model for biomedical text mining. So why do you require a separate pre-trained biomedical language model? The reason is that you have a lot of articles coming up in PubMed. There are a lot of technical reports such as clinical trial reports in various archives. So you need to do information extraction on these articles, right, to make use of the data. So if you look at general purpose models like BERT and Word2Vec, they have been trained on general domain texts. Okay. So the word distributions of general domain and biomedical domain are totally different. So because of which general domain models do not perform well on biomedical data. Okay. So the authors over here from Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Korea University, have actually proposed pre-training a BERT model on biomedical data. So what is the main contribution of this paper? One is the BioBERT model, which is the first domain-specific BERT model which has been trained on biomedical corpora. The next thing is that this BioBERT performs very well on downstream tasks like biomedical named entity recognition, biomedical relation extraction, and biomedical question answering than the current state-of-art models. And the good thing is that they have released publicly the pre-processed data sets, the pre-trained weights of BioBERT, and the source code for fine-tuning BioBERT these are publicly available. Okay. Now, you need to have an understanding of BERT. So BERT is a transformer model, bidirectional encoder representation from transformers, which did very well on a lot of language tasks. So what they have done in this paper is that they have trained BERT. Okay. Again, pre-trained that on PubMed abstracts and PubMed central articles. Now this is the size of the corpus. Okay. So PubMed abstracts has 4.5 billion words and PubMed central full text articles has 13.5 billion words. So they have pre-trained BERT with this biomedical domain corpora, and then they do fine tuning on this for your task specific data sets for the specific tasks like biomedical named entity recognition, biomedical relation extraction, biomedical question answering. Okay. So this is the size of the corpus as I explained before. So what they have done is that BioBERT is nothing but a BERT model which has been pre-trained on PubMed, PubMed central, PubMed abstracts. Okay. So that is the minimum BioBERT. So you can have these different configurations. Okay. So the corpus combination is that you have BioBERT, which is BERT plus PubMed. BERT already has been pre-trained on Wiki plus books. Okay. So then you also have, BioBERT plus PubMed central. Okay. Then you have BioBERT plus, which is PubMed plus PubMed central. Okay. So this is PubMed abstracts, this is full text articles. So these combinations are available for BioBERT model. So BioBERT uses word piece tokenization. So you don't have out of vocabulary issue because the biomedical text is different from the original BERT text in terms of words. So because of word piece tokenization, any new word can be represented by frequent subwords. For example, this is a medical word, immunoglobulin, which is split like this. Okay. In these many tokens, and it is represented. Okay. So to fine tune BioBERT, what they did is they looked at downstream tasks like named entity recognition and relation extraction and question answering. Okay. For named entity extraction, all they used is that the BERT uses a single output layer based on the representation from its last layer to compute only token level probabilities. Okay. So what is done is that you are actually pre-training a BERT model, which has been pre-trained on Wiki corpus and books, corpus, on the biomedical text. So for pre-training, you used mask language modeling. So using that, you get new representation for your biomedical tokens or words. Okay. So then these tokens are passed through the BioBERT and the output layer is there, right? That is actually passed to a single layer for your computing the token level probabilities. Okay, BIO2 is nothing but your entity representation thing. So beginning of entity, inside entity, outside entity. So it computes the probabilities for named entity recognition. For relation extraction, what they did was every sentence they created a sentence classifier. Okay, so they used the CLS token, which is the beginning token of a sentence. Okay, so they use the output of the CLS token to classify whether this sentence has a relation or not. So for that, what they did was, for every sentence where there a relation was present, they replaced gene or disease by a standard predefined tags. For example, in this text, they have replaced the gene over here by this gene $@gene or disease $. So the whole idea is, you have a lot of sentences and you want to classify whether there is a relation present in the sentence. So this is the relation which is present. There is a relation between some gene and a disease. Okay. For question answering, they fine-tuned. Basically, they use the same BERT architecture which was used for SQuAD for question answering, but this is on the medical, factoid questions, biomedical factoid questions. So there is this BioASQ dataset. Okay. So now let's look at some of the results. Further details are given over here for the different data sets which have been used for, say, biomedical named entity recognition, for biomedical relation extraction, for question answering. Okay. So if you look at the experimental setup, what they have done is that, so they have used the BERT base model, which has 12 layers of the transformer layers, decoder layers basically, and which has been pre-trained on English Wikipedia and book corpus for 1 million steps. So they initialize with that model. So the BioBERT v1.0, it has PubMed full text articles, abstracts, plus PubMed Central full text articles. Okay, it is trained for 470k steps. So when they used both PubMed and PubMed abstracts and PubMed Central corpora, they found that 200k and 270k pre-training steps were optimal for each of these datasets respectively. Okay. They have also published the results for ablated versions. Ablated versions means, I will explain later. So in one of the models, they have removed PubMed Central. In another model, they have removed PubMed. Okay. And different training steps also. So after the initial release of BioBERT v1.0, okay, they have also pre-trained BioBERT on PubMed, the 1.0 model, for 1 million steps. Okay, so this was for 470 steps. So 1 million steps, and they call that as BioBERT v1.1. Okay, which has PubMed, which has been pre-trained on PubMed. Okay. So to train such a model, you require a lot of GPUs. So they used 8 NVIDIA V100 GPUs for pre-training, and this took 23 days for the BioBERT v1.1 version and 10 days for the BioBERT v1.0 version. Okay. So if you want to come up with pre-training models of BERT on another domain, you require a lot of hardware and you require a lot of corpora as well. Okay. But for inference or for fine tuning, it is much faster. So for fine tuning, they used a NVIDIA Titan XP12 GB GPU to fine tune BioBERT on each task. And here they say that for question answering and the relation extraction tasks, it took less than an hour, as the size of the training data was much smaller. Okay. So the general conclusion over here is that if you want to pre-train BERT on a certain domain, you need a lot of GPU architecture. GPUs for pre-training. But if it is for inference, you can do it on a single GPU. But it still needs to have a lot of onboard GPU memory, right? Okay. So now let us look at the results. So what they say is that this is a state of art for, say, the NER, and the state of art for NER which they have used in this paper typically uses by LSTM plus CRF models. And here are the results of your BioBERT v1.0. So this is with PubMed alone, right? PubMed abstracts alone. This model is with PubMed Central articles. This is the model with PubMed Central abstracts plus articles, which has been pre-trained on both of them. And here are the results. So so if you look at the named entity recognition results, the BioBERT v1.1 model is actually producing better results compared to state of art in terms of precision recall and F1 score. Okay, this is the different data sets. Okay, For biomedical relation extraction results also, your BioBERT v1.1 actually produces better results compared to the state of the art. Okay. In some cases, the state of art is better in some data sets. For example, in this data set, the state of art results is better than your BioBERT, but the results are okay when you compare it to the state of art. Okay. So then you also have the question answering results over here, which is again, which does better, much better than your state of the art. Okay. So here they have done some effects of varying the size of the PubMed corpus. So here if you see, if when you are changing the pre-training corpus size, your results also change on the downstream tasks, basically the NER performance on different this thing, BioBERT. So if you look at over here, the NER performance also changes, right? The F1 score changes. So it kind of, the results starts improving when the corpus is of at least of 1 billion words, and kind of saturates when the corpus is close to 4.5 billion words. Okay, these are the different checkpoints of the NER models and their results. So here is the third one is the performance improvement of BioBERT over BERT, over the standard BERT. The performance improvements is basically shown over here. Okay, here are some sample prediction samples from BERT and BioBERT on NER and QA data sets. So this is the piece of text where if you have BERT, it detects this particular text, dense Drash syndrome, but here you also have these other entities which have been detected. Similarly, on medication over here, in the case of normal BERT, only medication and some symptoms are being, some condition is also being pulled out, but here only the medication is being pulled out. Okay, so this is the comparison. Okay, so they have released the code over here for the pre-training of the BioBERT model. You can look at this code and you can, sorry, not pre-training but fine-tuning. So you can use this GitHub repository code to actually fine-tune the BioBERT on certain downstream tasks on your medical or biomedical texts. Okay, to learn more about BERT, you can go to this particular article from JLMNAR who explains BERT very well over here. So in conclusion, what has BioBERT achieved? So BioBERT is actually training of a BERT model, pre-training of a BERT model on the biomedical domain so that it learns the context of biomedical text. And then you can further fine-tune this BioBERT model on your downstream tasks like biomedical named entity recognition, relation extraction, question answering. So basically, some more models like clinical BERT have come, which have in turn used BERT, where they have actually again pre-trained BioBERT on certain clinical datasets. So I'll be covering clinical BERT in another video. Hope you like this video. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. See you in another video. Happy learning.